This is kinda just like a little thing I wanted to get across. I saw 2 videos lately, and I was gonna make fucking like a video a piece for each one of these things. But I decided to just say fuck it and be lazy as hell and add just both of them in one episode of Real Talk. So this is Real Talk with TestDummy 22, and we're gonna be talking about this chick. Hold on, let me get her name. Let's get her name. Let's do that. Her name is. I have no fucking idea. She's the new chick on Juggalos Online. So if you guys listen to Juggalos Online, or if you're on the website, which I am, on the YouTube channel, you know who I'm talking about. She's put up a couple videos, and she's beautiful. I mean, this girl is hands down gorgeous as hell. And God, would I like to show her what I'm made of. But other than that, you know, it seems like, and I'm not being critical to her at any way, but it seems as if, you know, she only makes videos about one thing, and it seems like the one thing that she talks about is, you know, hate within the family, and how she's a juggalette but doesn't want to be considered a juggalette, and stereotypes and this and that. And it's like, you know, I'm trying to figure out a way to say this without being an asshole to her, because honestly, I don't have no problem with her at all, but we don't give a fuck. Let's just put it like that. I don't give a fuck, and I'm pretty sure no real juggalo out there gives a fuck about stereotypes and any of that shit. And if, you know, I'm not saying that the videos she's making are not good points and they're valid things that she's saying. I'm not saying that. I'm not down talking her videos whatsoever. I think she's beautiful, and I could listen to her talk about anything all day long. So, you know, it's not that, but she's going to have to find something else to talk about, because it's a little annoying that every time I see a video from her now, it's about the same subject. And it's something that, you know, we're all aware that there's people within this family that don't take it seriously, that rep the hatchet but don't rep the hatchet, whatever the fuck that means. You know, I was brought up to think, and when I say brought up, I mean brought up in this family, brought up in this juggalo world. So from, you know, a little kid, and when I say little kid, I mean when I first got down with the family. So, yeah, if I had to explain that to you guys. What I mean about it is, like, you know, when I first got involved in psychopathic and juggalo-ism and the family and start understanding things, you know, from that point on, I realized that a lot of people like to say I'm a fan of the music, but I'm not a juggalo. I don't believe that for a fucking second. I don't think that you can enjoy this music and not see the message. And if you don't see the message in the music, then there's a problem, and you shouldn't really be here, because the music has a meaning. There's a meaning to it. And for you to just like the music and not respect the meaning, I mean, obviously you can respect something without having to put your entire belief system into it. And don't get me wrong, I have my own beliefs in life. I don't follow exactly what, you know, the carnival pushes out. It just so happens that I happen to believe those things way before I was even a juggalo. This is the reason why a juggalo is a juggalo. Because when they discover the beliefs of the dark carnival and they start to look at the things that are happening within this world, they realize this is where they belong all along. If you don't realize that, if you're listening to this music and you hearing the juggalos talk, and I'm talking about the real motherfuckers who know what's up, you know what I mean? Then if you realize that maybe, hey, this isn't what I believe, this isn't how I think, then maybe you're not a juggalo or a juggalette. And that doesn't mean you can't like the music, I get that. But you can't put a hatchet man on your neck, or wear a hatchet, or anything of that nature, and expect for people to not say, what up, juggalette, you know what I mean? Or or not consider you a juggalette or a juggalo. It just don't make sense. I wouldn't, if I were in her position now. Don't get me wrong, I haven't listened to every one of her videos, so I'm not sure what her stance is on this, if she considers herself a juggalo or whatever. If she considers herself that, then that's okay, but to wear the Hatchet Man and not represent it to the fullest, it kind of cheapens it for the rest of us. I mean, honestly, this is why this world is so special. It's because it's underground, because normal people who have these type of opinions, like these stereotype opinions and these stupid little, giving a fuck about any of that shit. This is why we're here, because we don't care and we don't need to hear about how we're stereotyped, even if it is from within the family, because we know, and we don't need to put on some sugar-coated act that we don't realize that there's people in this family that don't know shit about this family. You know what I mean? Who fake it every goddamn day. You know what I mean? We realize that they're here, but you know what? The bottom line is the people who get the message and the people who rep to the fullest we overpower those people 1,000,000 to 1. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not a big deal that they exist. I don't give a fuck if there's 20 juggalos that have no idea what this is all about. I could care less, because I know 50 more that do know and do care. You know what I mean? So honestly, to me, I don't give a fuck. Rep the Hatchet all you want, and then don't claim juggalo. Rep the Hatchet all you want and don't care about the family love. You know what I mean? But see, this is exactly what I'm saying. People like her, and I'm not, like I said, I'm still not trying to hate on her, but like, people like her didn't exist when I got down with this family. People like her didn't exist back in the Ringmaster or Malenko, or even, Jekyll Brothers era. This all started coming when ICP not necessarily went mainstream, but when they became more known, and I hate to say it, but Hot Topic has a lot to do with this. I've been a big advocate of the fact that Hot Topic's the gayest fucking place on the planet Earth, and I go in there when I go to the mall, but I don't buy things from Hot Topic. I refuse to buy shirts from Hot Topic. I refuse to buy anything Hatchet related from Hot Topic. I may buy, something little, or a CD if I'm buying a CD, or, I'm not saying I don't buy nothing from Hot Topic, but I really do. I think Hot Topic is a place for people who like to rob others of their cultures, or their heritages, or their beliefs, or their, music preferences. I think it's a place where people who don't have their own identity can go to pick up someone else's identity. This is how I view Hot Topic. I think it's ridiculous. It makes everybody more stereotypical of people. It's a place where, a normal Joe can walk in there that doesn't know about shit and can leave looking like a juggalo, or can leave looking like a scenester, or can leave looking like a gothic person, or can leave looking like whatever they choose to look like, because it's a place where people put on a false identity. And to me, those types of places are just encouraging our youth to become something they're not. If you're not a juggalo, then don't claim juggalo. Don't make videos about being a juggalo. Don't make videos about juggalos, because if you're not a juggalo, then what the fuck do you know about being a juggalo? I mean, if you're not claiming let or low, then don't make videos about it or on a juggalo site, because it makes no fucking sense. You listen to the music, wonderful. Well, guess what? You're not a juggalo or a let. Alright, I hate to break it to you, but yeah, you do have to like the music. Yeah, you do have to be down. This world is not like open to just anyone, okay? Obviously, there's not some dude standing at the entrance of the Dark Carnival saying you're not allowed in here. All right, that's not going to happen. We do welcome all people, and sooner or later, some of these people will get it, and they will join, and they will understand the true meaning. Okay, and if you don't understand now, and you keep listening, and you keep bringing yourself to shows and hanging around juggalos, the good type of juggalos, the ones who really understand this shit, then you'll start to realize, wow, this isn't so bad. Maybe I would be proud to call myself a juggalo or a juggalette. That's the whole point. If you're not proud to do this, then you shouldn't be repping it. You shouldn't be making videos about it, and you shouldn't. It's self-explanatory. If you're not proud to say I'm a juggalo, then don't make videos about what juggalos should do or anything of that nature, because it doesn't make sense. Me, I would go anywhere on the face of this planet and tell anyone I'm a juggalo, because I'm fucking proud as hell to be a juggalo, and I have my reasons, and everybody has their own personal reasons. But like, when it comes to music, okay, yeah, you can like the music all you want, but if you're not fully understanding of the music, and you're not fully understanding this world, if you're not fully 100% sure about this, then don't even talk about it. Just wait until you're sure, because what you're going to do then is you're going to have these people who take what we've been representing and what we've been living every day of our lives, what we have, pretty much, it is our life, you know what I mean? Like, it's a big part of every juggalo's life is that hatchet, and to take that and rob us of that and have these false people out there representing us is very, very annoying. I mean, you have no idea. I've been to like tons of shows. I've been to gatherings. I put in my work for this family, okay? Not necessarily going to shows and going to gatherings, but making these videos, I put in my fucking work. You see what I'm saying? And for people who, just want to pick it up because of, maybe they want to be popular amongst some type of friends or a group at school, or they want to fit in, you know what I mean? For people to choose this because of reasons of that nature, it disappoints me, it irritates me, it disgusts me. Because I knew when I found out about, this whole world, it was something that I felt. It was a way I felt. It was something I knew. It was almost like something found me. It was like I was pointed in the right direction by some higher power, put me here so that I finally found what I was looking for. It's like that song, and I finally found what I was looking for, or how's it go? And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Well, guess what? I have. You know what I mean? Well, you know what I mean? That's just the way it is. So, I don't know. And like I said, I'm not hating on her, but I'd like her to talk about other things and just stop worrying about what we think. And if you're not one of us, then don't worry about what we think, because if you know anything about this world, it's that we don't give a fuck. And you could definitely say I'm contradicting myself, because I made a video about haters, and I give a fuck about certain things. Yeah, some things get on my nerves, especially when it's personal. But then again, this isn't really personal. This is more like, well, it is personal because it's my family. I stick up for this family like I'm the big brother, or I'm the fucking dad, or, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying there's not motherfuckers out there who've been down longer, that know more, or whatever. That's neither here nor there. This is about caring about my people. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. And I think any juggalo out there should be in the same boat. Like, you should be willing to stand up and, represent this shit and be proud to represent it and be willing to stand up and fight for it. You know what I mean? Because it's our right. It's something that we've all worked very hard. Not necessarily worked very hard, but, we deserve this. Because a lot of us don't have much. Some people only have this hatchet, and it brightens their day. It uplifts their life. It points them in the right direction instead of the wrong direction. It picked you up when you were down, you know what I mean? It helped you. It gave you a helping hand when you had no one else to reach out to. We were there. You understand what I'm saying? And for this world to be overrun by these mainstream type people, these people who have just been talking shit on us for the last how many years, but now all of a sudden they want to be a part of this world, and we're supposed to just open our fucking hands to them and say, yeah, you're allowed here because now it's a cool thing, now it's the in thing, so now you want to be a part of it. But before, when everybody hated us so fucking much, you were there talking shit on us. Now, how does that make any fucking sense? Do you really think we should allow those people? Should we be forgiving? This is the big question of morality too. Should we forgive those who have stepped and stomped on us and spit on us and made fun of us? Should we just forgive those people and let them in? Or should we close the fucking gates and watch them die? It's your choice, people. You want to see this world end up like this world? Do you want to see this world that we've created end up like MTV? Do you want to have it end up like the media? Do you want to have it end up like everything else that America gets their hands on end up like? Do you want it to end up like everything else that corporate America ends up getting a hold of? You know, every type of music genre, everything that's ever been touched by the media has been fucked and completely lost all of its realness and completely lost everything it was about and you know what I mean? Everything fell apart. Now, I know Jay and Shaggy and everybody at Psychopathic will not let that happen. I'm hoping to God they won't let that happen. But the more people that come in this world that are like that, the more influence they might have to cater to those type of people. And who would want us to cater to those people when we've been the ones here, you know, representing, giving everything we have to this. You know what I mean? We're the ones that have stood by these guys and this label and that hatchet when it went through bad, through good, ups and downs. You know what I mean? We've been there and we've never lost faith, never lost hope, and never fucking, not once, well, at least, you know, the people that I know have never talked shit or fucking, you know, doubted. There's no doubt in our minds that this shit will never die. And we will never fucking submit to the mainstream. We will never fucking be not underground. We will never, you know, this is just what I'm saying, man. And you know, much love to this girl on Juggalos Online. You know, much love to her, and I hope she can really start feeling what I feel. You know, when you put on Thy Unveiling and you feel that tingling going down your spine. If you don't feel that tingling going down your spine when you're listening to that song, if you don't feel that, there's a good chance you may not belong here. Because I've had conversations with juggalos that I don't even know, that I met one day, and we'll talk about the first time you heard that song, how did you feel? And before I say anything, they'll tell me exactly how I felt. They'll say the exact same thing. They said, I get a chill down my spine, a shivering chill down my spine when I hear that song. And you feel almost like you're uplifted, like something has jumped into your body and gave you super strength and made you just, it's this feeling you just can't, and at that very moment is when you know you're a juggalo. And it's like, you know, and then from then on, there's no turning back, and there's just nothing, there's just no turning back. And if you haven't had that feeling, then, you know, in a way, that's my test to people. I mean, I have no problem with you liking this music and repping the hatchet and doing whatever you want to do. Wear the t-shirt, do whatever you got to do. But if you listen to that song and you don't get that chill, I'm sorry, guys, but it's almost a good chance you don't belong here, or at least you don't belong with us. You know, not saying you can't rep all you want, man, but don't give us a bad name. You know. That's about it, guys. I mean, I don't know. You know, it's a touchy subject. It's not like I don't like putting rules on things. I don't like saying, well, if this isn't this, then you're not this. I hate that, you know. But, you know, from my experience with this world and with these people, you know, there is a certain guideline that really shows trueness and fakeness. And, you know, some of these people can walk on that tightrope and lean to either or side, and you just don't know. And some of them you just automatically know, and some of them you're like, hell no, you know. And it's, like I said, it's a very touchy subject, and I don't want to stereotype juggalos or anything like that. I think any person on this planet, like I said in plenty of my other videos, has potential to be, you know, down. It's like I said, it's a touchy subject. It's something that it's hard to talk about because you don't know. You just don't know, man. But, you know, that's all I got to say. I mean, I hope I touched on some good points. Hope I said some good things. I know some things I said might have been a little contradicting and a little, you know, left wing and shit. But, hey, I mean, with something like this, it's hard to get it right. I mean, it really is. It's either, you know, to sum it all up, it's either like it's a feeling you either have or you don't have. The end of story. You either have it or you don't. It's like anything else. You can either ride a bike or you can't. You can either, do math or you can't. You're either really good in school or you're not. You're either a juggalo or you're not. And within your heart and your soul and your body and your mind if you are, and if you aren't. And if you know you're not, then stay the fuck away. Much clown love, y'all. TestDummy 22.